Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to This Practical Tarot and your messages for the rest of August. We are starting this reading with an energy check. So if this makes sense to you, then you know that you are at the right place. If it doesn't, please go ahead and check out a different placement. Now you have your 10th house being highlighted here. So this is your career, your public life, how you are being perceived by others in your community. Okay, like your public self. Okay, so I feel like for the rest of the month, wow, you will be noticed. Okay, whether this is like people are going to be paying attention to your work, people are going to be just kind of paying attention to you. Okay, I feel like you're being seen. Now with the mutable energy showing up here, I do see this need to change things up, to be flexible, to be adaptable. Okay, so this could be the way that you are interacting with others, needing to be more flexible in your connections, and also yourself, kind of being willing to try new things. With the 10th house being highlighted, you could be trying new things in your career or exploring new ideas in your persona, right? So maybe how you present yourself could be shifting here. Now, let's see what else the tarot has to say for you here. You have the Hanged Man, your innermost. You're showing up as the Magician. Yeah, you're trying to make things happen. Oh, wow, you are very, well, goodness, golly, you're very much trying to make things happen here. And this is pretty cool. You have 3 major arcanas, so you could be going through some big shifts in your life at this time. And I feel like the rest of the month is going to be a very important time for you to kind of get the ball rolling, get things going here. It could be that you have been on hiatus, maybe like taking a step back with the Hanged Man in your innermost. I feel like maybe you've been sitting on some ideas, trying to get some understanding. The Hanged Man, I'm going to say the Hanged Man puts himself in uncomfortable situations so that they can gain deeper understanding, right? And I feel like that's what you have been doing, but now it's time to act. It's like this time to get out of this Hanged Man energy, right? So very much pay attention to what is it that you have learned, what perspectives have you gained. For some of you, there's something that you've had to leave behind or that you have to switch up in order to be able to chart toward this new beginning. I do feel like the universe is saying right now is a good time to act, to get things going. The Fool wants to offer you a new opportunity, a chance to try something new, something different. Okay, whatever. Let's see if we can get some clarifiers here. All right. But you have to make the first move, right? Like the universe is offering you the opportunity, right? But you are gonna have to take action with the Magician showing up here. I'm gonna say, the Magician is very aware of what they have access to, and sometimes that can be a bit how can I say this? We can get a little bit muddied or kind of think like, well, I need to have, let's talk money, right? Like I need to have $1 million to be able to do this, right? But it's not about having $1 million. It's more about, okay, well, how can I use the money that I do have to start investing or to start creating what it is that I want, right? Like what are my potentials here, okay? And do not dismiss, this isn't just about material resources. This is also about the resources that you have knowledge-wise, right? So the information that you've gathered, your emotional, your mental space, right? So how you're communicating, how you're presenting yourself, finding the energy, right? Like taking care of yourself so that you can be energized and ready to go, right? All of that is you paying attention to your resources, right? Like you are your biggest resource that I feel like that you're needing to take care of, and invest in this moment, okay? Now, with the Nine of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like you're being asked to play balance of the boundaries. So do check in with yourself about what that looks like. For some of you, you could have boundaries too high where you're pushing out the right supports. Like there could be people out there that are wanting to support you, maybe help you out or give you some advice or something, but it's almost like you've been blocking them or pushing them away. And for others of you, it could look like people taking too much from you, asking for too much from you, right? Or it could be both, right? It doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be a little bit of both. Sometimes we just have difficulties, right? Like we set boundaries with certain people, but then we kind of like let other people take too much from us, right? So what does the balance look like for you, right? Setting strong boundaries and being open, but leaving a gate open, right? And being willing to accept support and things like that is something that you're being asked to ask yourself, what does that look like? Because I do feel like there is support, like with you being seen, with you being noticed. I feel like people are going to be like, yeah, I kind of want in on that, and maybe you could even have like some offers coming your way over here, okay? And you have the Three of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Six of Wands showing up over here. With the Six of Wands is more of you being in the spotlight, okay? Being highlighted. Your achievements are being recognized, all right, for at this time. So there is something that you've been doing right, and I feel like you're being asked to kind of, how can I say this? Like you're continuing, you're moving forward, right? Like you're adapting and changing. With the mutable energy, it's like you're changing things as you go, right? Like if something doesn't go quite right the first time, you're figuring out, what it is that you need to do, and then changing it up, and then continuing to move forward, right? So there's a sense of all of these things ultimately leading to your success over here, okay? Very much you feeling good about yourself is what I'm saying. Like you understanding, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, look at that. I did that. Look at everything I'm doing, right? Like this sense of pride within yourself, okay? So for some of you, yeah, like your career very much being highlighted, being focused, okay? For some of you, you could be getting started on traveling and adventuring, okay? Finding new places, new situation. Some of you could even be moving, okay? So this is, like opportunities could be um, presenting yourself, sorry. Opportunities can be being presented. Goodness golly, why am I having difficulty speaking? Sorry about that, but opportunities could be presented to you, right? But it's going to be up to you, like yourself, to decide, okay, this is what I want to explore, this is what I want to charge towards. Some of you could be making travel plans, or travel could be significant for the rest of the month. So like you could be actually traveling or trying to figure out, where do I want to go next? What do I need to do, right? Do I need to renew my passport? Do I need to save up? Do I need to get, whatever it is, right? Like get some information, right? I get a sense of you learning about new places and exploring new locations as well. All right. For some of you, this transition could revolve around like healing. I feel like you're coming from a place of healing. I feel like your whatever it is that you're healing is affecting like everything, but some of you could be healing from like a broken heart. I'm even getting like a betrayal, something that didn't quite work out over here, that you will be moving from, okay? Like I do see this, I feel like you've maybe taken a step back, trying, or you're being asked to kind of take a step back, assess where the hurt is coming from, but then make some moves, right? Because you have more opportunities. Like I said, so many opportunities, like in love and career and travel and expansion. Like you have like opportunity galore here, but it's gonna be up to you. So for those of you that this could be romantic relationship related, that you're carrying some hurt from the past, is like as you work on your healing, once again, more opportunities coming your way, better opportunities coming your way. So let's see anything else that Aquarius needs to hear right now for the rest of August. What does Aquarius need to know for the rest of August? Five of Swords, Two of Cups, and Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay, look, love is around the corner for some of y'all, okay? And then Two of Cups showing up here in your heart space. But that healing, okay, that healing is going to be imperative to this forward movement, okay? Also, your relationships, I get the sense of like your one-on-one connections with the Two of Cups. It can also be like business partnerships, new potentials, okay? Anything that's, like maybe like a rekindling of a friendship, things like that, okay, can be happening, coming around the corner over here. I see this also with the Five of Swords showing up here, because this can indicate past disagreements or things that just that you were very in your head about, that weren't quite working out, that you do seem to be bringing into balance, okay? Or you're being asked to address that right now, because it can actually be hindering you, okay? So if there's something, I'm getting, for some of you, it could be reconciling a connection, trying to figure out what the balance looks like. And for others of you, it might even be like cutting people out, cutting off like people that you're like, you know what, I just don't want to deal with that energy, or this isn't good for me, and being okay with whatever decision you make, as long as it is something that is going to be emotionally fulfilling, okay? because your Nine of Cups over here is saying like, hey, pay attention to your needs, what makes you happy. You know, balance that, because you have, yeah, the two nights showed up. Okay, I see it. Look, you have Nine of Cups and Nine of Wands, okay? And they both showed up reversed, okay? So another thing that you're being asked to kind of balance over here is that sense of self, you know, like within you, you know, like that emotional fulfillment. Like, yes, you know, you are thinking about what makes you happy. Yes, you are figuring out how to make yourself happy, right? Like, that is the best way to be better able to meet somebody halfway, right? To bring balance into situations, okay? But I go back to this almost like the balance of the boundaries, balance of the emotional fulfillment, in the sense that, you know, you might also be asked to consider, where have I been a little selfish or a little bit ungiving? You know, where have I not given enough of myself in order to have balanced connections, you know, friendship wise, romantic wise, career wise, you know, whatever it is, okay? So a lot of reflecting happening for you at this time, and a lot of acting, okay? I do see a lot of movement, okay? I feel like as soon as you start working on these mental, how can I say this, as like, as you start strengthening your mind, as you start focusing in, you know, like, and kind of, you know, what do I need to do? What am I feeling? What am I sensing? You know, what are my boundaries? How can I talk things out? Like, there's just going to be so much momentum for you building here. So that is what I have for you right now, Aquarius. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I hope to see you again sometime, and have a good rest of your month. Bye.